Hi, Tim here from Geraldo Salutes, coming at you in more of a Steve Donahue type setting. Sitting here in my recliner, and have other current reads here. Uh, yeah, I finished one book. I think I showed you last week that I was reading three books. One was an ebook from Cloud Library. For those of you that don't know what Cloud Library is, it's like Hoopla. And for those of you that don't know what that is, those are like public libraries participate in that, where you can check out books from them. It's like ebooks and audiobooks you can check out from them, or around the same amount of time you can check out books from your public library. And I had checked out a book from there, and I finished it. The book I checked out from there is Michael Connelly's The Black Echo. That's his was his first novel. It was originally published in 1992. It's the debut of Harry Bosch, and so that was over 25 years ago that it was published, and I like this book, but there was some stuff I did predict in it early on, but there were some twists and turns I didn't predict. I did give it a 4-star rating on Goodreads. I still haven't written up my review yet, but I did give it a rating. What it is Harry Bosch is a detective with the LA Police Department, a homicide detective, and he's in the Hollywood branch, and he's on call over the weekend, and he gets a call of a dead body in a pipe, and he goes to investigate it. And they were looking at the body. At first they were thinking it was just somebody that overdosed and stuff. But when he sees the guy and stuff, the face and stuff, he realizes it's somebody that he served with in Vietnam 20 years before that. And that things just didn't look right, and he could tell it was a homicide, and took him a while to convince others that it was, and it ended up being something bigger than they originally thought. Like I said, it's a pretty good book. It's a lot of action in it, but like I said, it's there was some stuff I predicted in it, but also to think at that time that this was published in 92. I've heard he probably wrote it in like 69, 70, because at that time the internet wasn't as easily accessible, as readily accessible as it is now. Plus, most people had either MS-DOS or the early Macintosh, or some of the earlier Macintoshes. So so for word processors, they had me on like WordStar and stuff like that, or like Macintoshes. I think they had like earlier versions of Microsoft Word, but I may be wrong. But I thought I saw that the Word was originally written for the Macintosh. But I was 30 back in 1990, but I always worked with like with the PCs or Microsoft and stuff, not Apple stuff really. But I enjoyed the novel, like I said, and the Harry Bosch novels are still going strong to this day. He's still putting them out, and just looking at some of the stuff in this novel, I can see why, and there are humorous parts in it also. Next, okay, now I'm still reading Dan Brown's Digital Fortress. It's with takes place in the NSA, where there's somebody, a guy, former disgruntled employee, writes a program that even their own special built supercomputer can't break at the encryption on it, and of this, and he's he was ready to send this out to put it up for auction to the highest bidder. The key for it, or if something happens to him, he send it. Somebody said that, hey, if anything happened to him, to publish it to the public. And the NSA knew that if that happened, they wouldn't be able to look at people's emails anymore, because there would be an encryption that their system wouldn't be able to decrypt it, or if the company got hold of it, they could and sell this stuff to like terrorists and stuff like that. So they're in a chase to get hold of the passkeys to it before anybody else does, and this guy suddenly dies, and they didn't have anything to do with it. So it's a race to see who gets the passkeys first. And the other book I'm currently reading is another library book. It's Inspector of the Dead by David Morrell. It's the second book in the Thomas De Quincey series. It's it's a historical thriller that takes place in Victorian London, and it's about there's a serial killer, or a group of serial killers out killing people, and they're trying to find out who's doing it. A group that's that in the past that was trying to think that they were going to assassinate Queen Victoria, and they're trying to, the police are trying to, along with Thomas De Quincey, are trying to find these people and stop them. And I hope to get that done this weekend, that Inspector of the Dead. I'm over a third of the way done with it already. And then after I get like that done, I'm planning on starting this book. It's Saving Faith by David Baldacci. It's the last of his standalones that I own. I read let's see, can't remember, is it 4 or 5? I read 4 standalones of this already, and this is like his 5th novel. And then after this, I have one of the entire series of his that I haven't read yet, and then the various ones of other series of his. And a lot of them I have the first done of the series. But because I started reading his books a little year and a half ago, and he's become one of my favorite authors, along with David Morrell and Tom Clancy. So that's what I've been reading and what I'm plan on reading. So if you've read any of these books, or let me know down below, or and also I've been still working on my TBR for March Mystery Madness. I'll probably do some videos related to that in the next week or so. I have some video or two to help give you some ideas of stuff to read for those of you who are interested in participating in it. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.